Hello, so happy to be here. Congratulations to everybody. Jack, you're such a big reason for why I'm friends with so many of the people I know in this room. I knew nobody when I started. That's why the first time I was ever nominated for any Grammy, I just didn't go. I didn't know how to do it. I really didn't. I didn't know a person. And then when I met Jack in 2018, he dragged me from the Clive Davis party, which is like one of the few things I actually love to do, to people watch. And he brought me to a diner, and he was like, if you just come to my home studio, I think we could write something really amazing. And I was not convinced. He is the most persistent, convincing person. I needed that. Like, there are so many things I would not have done if he hadn't made me. After his wedding, he told me to stay at the Seaside Motel last year for 5 days because there was only one slot left on the Zoom session to submit to the Grammys. I, at the time, didn't even know that you personally had to submit. I thought that if your song was good, people just put it on a ballot. And if people voted for it the most, you won. So I waited for 5 days. I did a Zoom session with, I started seeing like anonymous people enter the Zoom room with no names and thousands of them. And we had taken an hour to practice a song that wasn't even the song that was being submitted. Because I didn't know how to do like Jimmy Jimmy Cocoa Puff, Jimmy Jimmy Rye. So I just did my favorite song. And we ended up being nominated for, was it maybe 5 nominations last year. So, there's so many things that I learn every year. I'm so happy for everybody who has won an award. I'm hearing words tonight like innocence is the most important thing to hold on to. Truth prevails above all. Follow your heart. This is a way different climate than 15 years ago. I'm just there. I have so many thoughts in my head, and I'm hoping that everyone who is here tonight who received an award will just fly with the confidence that getting it has instilled in you, if it means anything to you, because, if you have momentum, keep it up. Don't ever let it stop. Jack is a big reason why part of my story and the perception of me turned around. If it did at all, it is in part because of the music that he helped bring out in me. I love to sing. I love to write. It kind of diminished a little bit over those 10 years before I met him. And most of all, I'm grateful for him, for his example that he gave me in his marriage to Margaret. I saw the way he looked at her when he met her. And he's a big reason why I waited so long to get married and why I met my amazing husband. And I really feel like there's kind of a singer's curse around like meeting an honest partner who has no skin in the game, no dog in the race. And it's super nerve-wracking to have to kind of hold on to an innocent perception of how things could go when you're in an industry where maybe your values and your morals don't quite match up with what's going on, especially when people think that you probably don't have any morals or values. So it can get all twisted up. So Jack, thank you so much for maybe helping other people look at me in a way that is a little bit closer to how I perceive myself. Freud would say that that's very important, considering 30% of how you feel about yourself is what you hear other people say about you, regardless of whether you care or not. That's just true. So other than my managers, you really have turned my life around in the way that I still think making music is fun. You have so many friends. You've just really made it feel like Hollywood can be glamorous still, and you can still have a very rich home life, even when you get rich. I was talking about me, not you. You'll be richer than all of us with your 50% on everything. Jack has more marble in his house, more herringbone-patterned wood floors, more shiplap, more farmhouse sinks and car elevator lifts in Brooklyn than I could ever imagine he'd be interested in. And congratulations.